My name is Seth Larson. I'm the Chief Relationship Officer here at Cheba Hut Toasted Subs HQ. I oversee franchise sales, real estate, and construction, along with a host of other things. I've been with Cheba Hut for the last 18 years as a franchisee and up here at headquarters for about the last 10. Yeah, so my first experience with Cheba Hut was actually a 420 here at our Fort Collins store, shutting down the street. As someone that grew up in the Midwest, that's something that we never experienced. I went to Colorado State here, and this was my first experience with Cheba Hut. The thing that kept me coming back and got me initially interested, first was the theme, second was the food. It doesn't matter how good your theme is, if your food sucks and your service is no good, you're never coming back. And food and hospitality is something that has really sustained Cheba Hut through the last 26 years. What makes our food the best in the business is the bread. The bread is the largest percentage of ingredient that makes a sandwich. The different flavors of bread, the options that we provide, and making sure that our bread is made by a bakery and not from some stupid dough ball that's in-house. If you want great bread, you let a bakery bake your bread. If you want great sandwiches, you let the sandwich shop do what they do best, which is make great food. But it is that combination of food and hospitality that makes Cheba Hut great. Like any good restaurant, that's usually the secret to success, and that's what sustained Cheba Hut over the last 26 years. I'll also say that consistency, whether you're in Colorado or Little Rock, Arkansas, or Bend, Oregon, or any of our stores in Texas, you're gonna get that same experience. That's what we strive for, whether it's in the food and the product or in the service and what we provide in shop. Here at Cheba Hut, we have been screaming from the mountaintop since day one that we have the best bread in the biz, and we truly do believe that. It is our bakery partner that makes that reality. There's a couple different things that goes into having a great loaf of bread. One is the hinge. You don't want your ingredients falling out of that bad boy. We make fat sandwiches, and we need a vessel to contain that sandwich, and the hinge is really, really important. The other thing that's really, really important is the consistency. You don't want your bread to be too soft or too hard, and we do toast all of our sandwiches. There's nothing worse than super crunchy bread that flakes apart and that cuts the roof of your mouth, potentially like a Captain Crunch cereal. And those are the things that make the best bread in the business. My personal favorite bread is the white bread. I think much in the way that you judge a great sandwich or pizza, you start with the cheese. I feel like you have to start with our white bread to get that baseline. And the white bread has been my go-to since day one. I am getting older. Maybe I should be on that wheat bread, but I can't give up that white bread. It's so delicious, and there's no comparison. Let me start with a little bit of background of Vive de France, our bakery. They have been around for over 60 years. They've perfected baking bread in the United States at different elevations. We do have 3 bakery locations across the United States that produce our bread. It is about that consistency, the same loaf every time at every location. They hand score, they hand stretch. They're doing everything the right way and the old school way, and you can definitely taste the difference.
As far as proprietary, the Cheba Hut garlic is a unique bread just made for Cheba Hut itself. You know, we originally came up with that formula with Scott Jennings years ago. I mean, he was in this room when we were perfecting the formula, and we got it to where we want it, where you guys, Cheba Hut wants it. And it is just solely for Cheba Hut. I mean, you helped develop it, and we've been using that formula since that day. What I like about working with Cheba Hut is, I mean, so much these days is negative about restaurants and stuff like that, and Cheba Hut is just doing phenomenal. I mean, they're growing, they're a great company, good product. You know, the story, I mean, it's a good theme, and it's good to see a company growing as opposed to contracting.
Yeah, here at Cheba Hut, we do make all of our vendor decisions and partner decisions based on our core values. They're not just wallpaper for us. Vive, our bakery partner, definitely owns it. That's one of the Cheba Hut core values here. Throughout the pandemic, when supply chain was volatile at best, Vive de France stepped up. We were never short of bread. They moved mountains to make sure that we were always prepared to continue our business. That goes a long way. We value long-term tenured relationships and partnerships here at Cheba Hut, and that's what we have with Vive de France. Yeah, so our 3 types of breads at Cheba Hut. We have the white bread, we have the wheat bread, and we have our signature garlic and herb. All 3 breads are proprietary to Cheba Hut and has been what makes us successful over the years. Yeah, so our supply chain with bread is very sound. We do produce our proprietary loaves across 3 bakeries, one on the East Coast, one here in Denver, and one on the West Coast. So no matter where you're at in the country, you have availability of our bread to be delivered. If there is an issue at a single bakery, we have 2 other bakeries to pick up that slack. Very important to a scaling emerging brand to make sure you have consistent product across all of your markets. And we did that at a very early stage here at Cheba Hut, and it will only continued as we've scaled to 66 stores, soon to be 75 here by the end of the year. And really look forward to continuing to scale our brand with the best bakery in the business, and that's Vive.